Hey, how's it going? This is Nick Rizzo, StrivenLife.com, your high performance business and life coach. And today we are talking about the 8-question test to ensure that your goals are rock solid. All right. And additionally, if you're interested in this topic, you can check the link in the first comment. And there's also a sweet freebie I put together for you guys that is a step-by-step process for you to set your first or your second or your 100th rock solid goal by answering just 5 or 6 simple questions and then just piecing all that together in the simplest way possible for you. So check that out when you get a chance. But today we're going to talk about the 8 questions, right? So, if you're trying to set a goal, there are kind of 8 important questions you want to ask about that goal to ensure that it's rock solid and that you're going to have a greater chance of success based upon the specificity and details within this goal. All right, so the first question in this test is this goal specific, right? So the point of the question is to ensure that what you're trying to do is super specific and what you want to accomplish and what the results you're going to obtain from that. So, the example I use in the blog post is talking about, let's say if you had a goal for creating content, right? So let's say that goal was, I want to write 1 to 3 pieces of content every week in order to do X, Y, or Z. That makes the goal very specific, okay? Hey, what's going on, Josh? And for the second question that you ask when you're trying to set a goal is this goal measurable? We need to be able to measure either the actions we are taking or the results that we're looking for to ensure that we're making progress, that we are increasing our likelihood of success, and being able to figure out, what is working, what is not working. And if we don't have those things, then we just have a destination in mind that we're trying to get to, but we don't know how close or how far away we are. We don't know how to adapt what we're doing to ensure we have that success. The third question, is this goal actionable? Right? You can't have a goal that says, I'm going to eat healthier, right? There's no specific action or specific things that need to happen in that goal that is dictating what you're going to do to get there, right? So instead of saying I want to eat healthier, saying that I'm going to only eat 40 to 60 carbohydrates a day, I don't know, or I will do intermittent fasting to help with my insulin sensitivity in regards to my diet, right? Those are just specific things and they're in action. If you do intermittent fasting, that means you fast and you only eat for 6 to 8 hours out of your day. That's a specific action, right? And every goal needs to be specifically actionable. Yeah, exactly, Josh. You need to be specific. Without the specificity, then you kind of start to lose direction as to what exactly you're doing and how you're going to get there. Is this goal relevant and realistic, right? So kind of a stupid example, but I think it just puts it in perspective. If you have a business and your business is all about how adorable golden doodle puppies are, and I'm being biased in that because I have a golden doodle and she's fucking awesome. It probably wouldn't make sense if you made a Facebook group community around llamas, even though llamas are cool as hell, right? You get the point though? Is this relevant to what you're trying to do in the overarching scheme of things? Does it actually directly relate to what you're trying to do? And is it realistic, right? If you set a goal that's, I don't know, if you're setting a goal that it is so high, the bar is set way too high to the point where it's almost impossible for you to achieve it, then it isn't really realistic and it's not going to help you get further ahead. If anything, it will be too daunting of a goal to achieve and keep you kind of stuck and confined, be feeling overwhelmed or not capable or not good enough in order to achieve it. Fifth question out of this test is, does your goal state a timeline by which you will complete certain actions or obtain certain results? So in these goals, we need to be identifying, either how often we're going to do the specific action and when we want to complete this project or initiative. Now, sometimes based upon the goal, we can't have both of those in there. So for example, in my business, I have the goal of writing 1 to 3 pieces of content a week, and the goal keeps going on, explaining the specifics and results and details. But that's the thing is, that's my goal every week. So my timeline is every 7 days, I produce 1 to 3 pieces of blog content on my site. So that's giving me a specific timeline in which I need to do that. Now, if you're in your business, you're running, maybe you're launching a course, or maybe you're launching a challenge or something, well, then that's going to be an end game timeline, right? A deadline. So, I need to be able to do X, Y, and Z in order to obtain whatever result by October 20th, right? That's a specific deadline, and by which that you're going to integrate everything you're doing around this goal for that deadline. All right. But we need those timelines to keep us on track, to keep us on pace, and be able to plan efficiently in order to achieve that goal. Question number 6, is this a pain or suffering that you want? Now, some people think that's kind of a question that kind of comes out of left field and maybe is a little weird, but you have to put it in this perspective. If you want to be an Olympic athlete, well, guess what? There is a whole lot of pain and suffering that's involved in getting to that end goal. There is working tirelessly, putting your body through hell, eating a specific diet and regimen, and your whole life revolves around getting to this goal, because that's what it takes to be an Olympic athlete. So you need to be aware of the process that's going to happen and the things that are going to need to occur in order for you to get to that goal, and to be okay, and to acknowledge that pain and suffering is going to be involved in me achieving it, in A, accepting it, B, embracing it, and C, liking it, right? You have to enjoy that journey, and that increases the likelihood of you achieving that goal. Question number 7, does this goal have an upper and lower boundary explicitly stated? Now, by this, what it means is that, if you set our expectations far too low, you're not going to get anything really out of it. There's not going to be as much result. There's not going to be as much, potential for long-term growth or long-term success if the bar for success is too low. But at the same time, we also want to set upper boundary, because, if that goal of 1 to 3 pieces of content was, 1 to 10, well, no, if my goal was to, if my goal was to write, like 8 pieces of content a week, that's a lot. And it's going to be a little bit too much. And when things require too much effort, it ends up deteriorating our ability to stay on point and achieve that goal and to do those actions every day. So you want to set an upper and lower boundary. The lower boundary should be just above the minimal amount of effort that you need to receive results, and the upper boundary should be just below the point of it being way too much. That way you're always going to be in this nice little area where you have the most potential for long-term growth and long-term results. So not too hard, but not too easy either. And the last question, question number 8, is this goal written in positive terms, right? So it is really important, based upon the psychology of goal setting, is that we want to write goals in a way that focus on the positive and not the negative, and write the goals in a way that says we will achieve this, or we will do this, and we will get this result by doing X, Y, or Z, because that plays a role in our mindset and our beliefs. And writing things in these ways helps, right? So instead of writing a goal about, oh, I'm going to do this and try not to fail X, 3 or more times at doing X, Y, or Z, that's a negative goal, right? We want to focus on the things that we can do and not the things that we don't want to do, or the things we want to not happen, right? So setting that goal in a different way that specifically talks about ways that we will not allow for that failure to happen, rather than focusing on the failure itself. All right. So guys, that is the 8-question test for setting your goals, to make sure your goals are rock solid. And setting goals is so damn important. Without that direction, where are you trying to go? All right. So check out the blog post, check out the freebie at the bottom of the link, at the bottom of the post. It is super easy, super simple for you to be guided through the 5 or 6 questions in order to break down all the details you need about your goal, and then taking all of those and putting them into a 1 to 2 sentence detailed, comprehensive goal that's going to set the direction and destination that you want to get to so clearly, and help you start finding clarity in the direction of how you're going to get there. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Nick Rizzo. I'll be back tomorrow for some more Striven Daily.